Beshem Hashem Naaseh V'Naseach. We continue with Hilchot Purim from Sefer Ben Ishchai, Hilchot Ben Ishchai, Olav Shalom. Halacha Gimel. These halachot are brought in Ben Ishchai Sefer, Parashat Tesaveh of the first season. Halacha Gimel says, Qar'a mitnanem ho'id velo nirdam b'shena yasa. If a person read Megillah while nosing off, right? Since he didn't really fall asleep, he has fulfilled his obligation. He's not fully asleep, he's just dozing off. But if a person is listening to the Megillah, he's not reading, he's listening. Im nitnamnem lo yasa. If he dozes off, he has not fulfilled his obligation, because by listening you need to pay more attention. When you're reading yourself, right, and you're dozing off, wherever you doze off, you can always go back and you could always repeat it, right? Also, your kavanah is interrupted when a person dozes off, when he's listening to the Shaliach Sibur, to the person who is reading the Megillah. And person needs to be very careful to avoid dozing off, right? Especially when he's listening to someone who is reading the Megillah to him. Shehu masui tamid elu hashomim itnanemu. That we always find those who hear, they fell asleep. And preferably im ra'u et haqore shaqara eize pesuchim umitnahem machrichim oto she'achsur ve'garena. And preferably, if you see a person who is reading Megillah to himself, right, and you see him doze off, go and inform him that he should go back and read again. Delo amran qarata mitnanem yasa. That our rabbis have not instructed us that a person who reads dozing off, he has fulfilled his obligation. If he happened to doze off while reading, then he is okay, but preferably he should not doze off to begin with. Ella bediavad, that is not preferably to doze off, is the secondary. When is a person finished the whole Megillah and he dozed off, okay, we say he has fulfilled his obligation. But if he dozed off, then he needs to go back. Now, most of people listen to the Megillah, we need to be, as we said, we need to be very careful. And the day that Megillah is read, the mitzvah is twice, as we're going to read in the halachot. And in the morning is particularly very difficult, that while a person is fasting and is listening to the Megillah, he might get tired and he might doze off. So he needs to be very careful. Next halacha, halacha dalet, hagoret ha-Megillah, sarich levarech ha-berachot me'umad, ben batechila, ben basof. A person who reads the Megillah, he needs to say the blessings while standing, whether the blessings in the beginning, whether the blessings in the end. Afiluhu qur'ah yachid bebeto. Even if he is reading the Megillah alone at home, right? He has a kosher Megillah and he's reading it to himself alone, he still has to be standing when the blessings are recited. Aval qiri'a eina sericha me'umad, right? Verach shaliach sibur qur'a me'umad bipenei kevod sibur. Now qiri'ata eina. Now if you not saying if you just reading it to yourself, right? But once you said the blessings, then you could sit down. That is when you are alone by yourself. If you are Shaliach Sibur, that you're reading to everyone, then you need to remain standing. Why? Mipenei kevod asibur, because of the respect of the people there. Vesarich liyot poshet otah kula. ואחר כך מברך הברכות מהומות. Now, this needs to be that the person is completely standing, the Megillah is already ready in front of him, right? And then he recites the blessings while standing. מיהו מאחר הפושט ומברך באותו עומד צריך שיהיה לפניו בימה או כיסא. Now, when a person opens the Megillah and starts the blessings, right, this needs to be in front of a teva, in front of a table, right, in front of a or in front of a kiseh, that Megillah is placed on a chair, right, or on a table, and then the blessings are recited. Shenanuach alav Megillah. Why? Because the Megillah needs to be placed on that surface. Velo tiye nigreret bares, and that it should not come dragging on the floor. That is not the kavod of the Megillah. So too is not the kavod of tefillin straps to drag on the floor. So one needs to be careful. Megillah should not come touching the floor. Last halakha for today, halakha he mi sheshachach velo berach shehechianu. A person who forgot to say the beracha, the birkat shehechianu that we say by Mikra Megillah. There is a beracha of shehechianu. It's a new mitzvah that we're doing. Im nizkar achar sheitchil yevarech b'makom shenizkar. If you forgot the blessing in the beginning, and he remembered in the middle of Megillah reading, he is allowed to say the blessing right there, and then when he remembered. Ubesifrei HaKadosh Mekabes El Ha'elti, Rabbi Nishchai brings in his other sefer called Mekabes El, Deim lo nizkar al achar shekevar gara גם פסוק עשרת בני המן, אף על פי שעדיין לא גם כל המגילה, לא יברך שהחיינו שם במקום שנזכר. Now, if a person remembered all the way till the section that we mentioned, the 10 wicked sons of Haman, a person remembered right there, he should not say Sheikhianu there. Why? Because the Birkat Sheikhianu is the beracha of happiness, the beracha that it renews, that the mitzvah is renewed. That we don't want to make impression to people that by the names of Haman HaRasha, by the names of his sons, we're making a blessing of thanking Hashem for the new opportunity of Megillah. No, we don't want to make an impression that we are happy of this. No. So one needs to finish that section and then say the blessing of Sheikhianu as soon as possible after the names are recited. Baruch Adonai Leolam. Amen. Amen.